right. What up, people? What's poppin'? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, man, I'm about to go in today, man. I'm about to go in. Before I get into everything, remember, get the book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Ebook, hard copy, audiobook. Make sure you guys go to MrLocario.com to get your copy of this book today. Okay, get the ebook, audiobook, or the hard copy, or get all three. You feel me? Make that happen. Also, make sure you guys get the Man the Fuck Up hoodies. Man the Fuck Up hoodies. Click the link below to get the Man the Fuck Up hoodies. You feel what I'm saying? So get all that. Make all that happen. You feel what I'm saying? So what's good? Who we got in the chat room? Who we got in the chat room? Enemies defeated. Joe Blast. Kenwood Drive. Chizzy City. Niner by Nature. What's good? Little Ben. Some of my looks do matter. They do. You're right. What's up? Matthew Diallo. Mako. What's poppin'? Gerard was good. Theodore, who else is up in here? Live Fabulous. Grave Rave was good. All right. So today, what up, George? The Nate Dog. Sticky E was good. So today, real quick, I wanted to talk about how to get more sexual attention from women. Okay? So how to be the type of guy who gets sex consistently, or the type of guy that women want to have sex with, the type of guy that, gets sex on a regular basis, the type of guy that, is out here making it happen, right? Now, the reason why I even thought of this, and I titled this video, how to get more sexual attention, and I put in parentheses, change your reality. And see, the reason why most guys aren't getting the type of situation they want when it comes to dealing with women is they're living in a reality where they're not experiencing consistent sex. They're not experiencing women wanting to, just do them all the time, or chicks throwing it at them. They don't experience that shit. So their reality is, girls playing a whole bunch of games, their reality is getting flaked on like crazy. Their reality is, them not really getting shit popping. Now again, guys getting flaked on, guys getting rejected, that's going to happen to every dude. It is what it is, right? But you're going to have some guys who their reality is that they can, get sex easy. They can get one-night stands. They can hook up with chicks quickly. They can get into threesome situations. They can, have sex with women without having to spend money and all this other shit, right? So sometimes you guys might hear stories like that. You understand? You probably, I've told you guys stories like that. You've probably heard from other dating coaches, maybe some pickup artists, stuff about the situations they've been in with women, and you're probably like, what the fuck? Like, how come I'm not experiencing that? Or you may think it's impossible or bullshit because you've never experienced it. That's not your reality. You understand? So what I'm saying here is that if you want to get more sexual attention, you got to change your reality. Now, see, this is the hard part. The reason why it's hard for guys to change their reality is because since in their world, they're not getting shit going, women are giving them the runaround, when they hear guys telling them, hey, I'm getting shit popping, this is going on, that's going on, they don't believe the guys. Or what happens is they want to reject the game. You understand? So even when I come on here and I say, listen, it's not all about just your looks. You don't have to be the best looking dude. Dudes reject it because in their reality, you understand, they haven't been having success with women, and they equate it to them not being the best looking guy. You understand? So their reality is, well, I'm not the best looking guy. I'm not getting girls. So therefore, it's only about looks, or it must be all about looks, because if it wasn't all about looks, I'd be getting some girls. But in his reality, it's not happening for him. So of course he's going to have that perspective. You see what I'm saying? So this is how it goes. But then what happens is you have a guy who is not the best looking dude, but he's fucking chicks left and right. And his reality is happening. You see what I'm saying? So if you're not getting the type of situations you want with women, you got to change your reality. You understand? Because this is what happens. He says, so how do you change your reality? I'm gonna tell you guys in a second. And this is the thing. What happens is that the reason why it's hard for you to change your reality is because there are certain things you need to do in order to get from point A to point B. You understand? And so in order for you to get to point B, right? You need to actually think it's possible to get to point B. Right? So when someone's trying to teach you game and they say, hey, listen, work on this, do this thing, and then you'll get to point B, right? If you actually do that, you'll usually get to point B, right? But you're not going to get to point B if you're rejecting the game. If you hear guys saying, a guy will say, look, man, I met this chick at a club and, we was flirting and then she took me in the bathroom and we did some shit. You understand? If you don't believe that happened, right? That's where your mindset is at. So since you don't believe it happened, when you deal with women, you will never put yourself in position to make anything like that actually happen because you don't believe it happens. So because your reality is of a guy who that never happens to, you're going to continue dealing with women in a way where that's never going to happen to you. You see what I'm saying? Because since that's not on your radar, you're going to act in a certain way that's going to make your reality stay the way it is. So for example, I had a friend who he was saying, he was having trouble hooking up with chicks, right? So I'll be like, so what are you doing? Like, what's going on? So he's like, I went on a date with this girl and everything was cool. And then he was like, then I went on a second date, everything was cool. And then he was like, I didn't hear back from her. And then he tells me about another girl. He's like, went on the first date with her, everything was cool. We was kissing. Went on the second date, everything was cool. Went on the third date with her, everything seemed cool. And then he was like, she stopped, she stopped hitting me up. So I told him, I said, listen, I said, how about you do this? I said, because he was saying he was meeting a lot of the girls online. I said, this is what you do. When you meet the girls online, right? Go on that first date, feel her out, and flirt with her. And if she's responding, try to have sex with her that night. And if you can't have sex with her that night, hit her up the next time and tell her to come to your spot, just straight to your spot. Right? Now, guess what he did? He went on a date with the chick, right? He didn't go to her, he didn't sleep with her that night. And then he hit her up, not to go to her spot or to have her come to his spot. He hit her up and planned a second date. Right? So he ends up going on a second date with this girl. And then after the second date, she doesn't call him again. And so I asked the dude, I said, bruh, why in the fuck did you go on a second date instead of trying to smash on the second time you meet her? Right? This dude said, well, I don't believe a girl's gonna want to fuck that quick. You understand? That's what he said to me. He said he doesn't believe a girl's ever gonna want to fuck that quick. Which is why he ended up taking her on the second date and still didn't, he didn't get to hit it. Again, his reality is girls don't have sex that fast. So he's creating that reality over and over for himself because he can't see a different reality of a woman actually wanting to have sex with him quickly. You understand? So he was scared to make the move. He didn't believe the move was going to happen. And so he's going to stay in that same paradigm where he's going to keep going on all these dates. He's going to have all this shit going. And this is not to say that, you know, because he's been on other situations. I'm going to take calls in a second. He's been in other situations where he's had sex with chicks. It took longer. It's not consistent, right? Because he doesn't believe that it can be consistent. He doesn't believe that it can be fast. So his reality is, I got to take a long time to get to know a girl before I have sex with her. And therefore, that's how he moves because that's how he thinks. You understand? So you were asking, how do you change your reality? Right? Oh, I'm going to take calls in a second, guys. All right? So you're asking, how do you change your reality? Right? First, you guys have to actually, and I talked about this on the last stream I was doing, you guys have to believe that you can accomplish the things you want to accomplish when it comes to you interacting with women in a sexual manner. So when you hear stories about guys talking about, yo, I met this chick and I smashed the first night, or I met this chick and we was chilling and then I was at her house and then her roommate came through and then we had a threesome. Don't stop rejecting stories like that. Stop rejecting that type of information. Stop saying that it's unbelievable. Believe that shit. You understand what I'm saying? Believe that stuff. Right? Because that's the first step in you actually changing your reality. You're shifting your perspective. Then two, you guys have to stop rejecting the game. Because what I notice on, you know, on a lot of shit online where you have a lot of these dudes who have channels where they talk about a bunch of goofy shit. They're like, oh, you can't get girls because of this, or girls are only going to want you if you look this way or if you have money or blah, blah, blah. You understand? You guys are rejecting the game and listening to the bullshit. So you guys have to stop rejecting the game. So when you hear the game, when you hear the real shit, you understand what I'm saying? You have to actually take heed to it and implement it. You understand? Pleasure Oz, you said some ninjas do be lying though. Well, this is the thing. Listen to the coaches. Listen to the guys who've done it. You understand what I'm saying? Listen to the guys who've done it. The guys who've done it are usually going to sound similar in certain cases. Meaning, let's say, like, for example, shout out to my dude, Alan Roger Curry, right? Alan Roger Curry, a lot of times talks about stories and in situations where he was dealing with women and, you know, sex was popping off. You understand? Like, I know y'all heard his story where he's talking about he was getting his dick sucked in a grocery store, shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? You got to believe that shit. You got to understand that that shit happens. So when I first heard about that, I wasn't like, oh my God, that's crazy. That's impossible. I've never second guessed that. You know why? Because I've been in situations where shit pops off like that. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of dudes, they don't understand that because they've never been in it. That's not their reality. So I understand why they would be sort of like, oh, I don't know, this and this and that. But I'm telling you now, believe that shit. Believe that shit and stop rejecting the game. See, all of you looks, money, status dudes, you guys are rejecting the game. See, your reality is looks, money, status, which is why you're having a hard time getting girls. Because if you notice, you know, when you talk about, when you have guys talking about the whole looks, money, status, looks, money, status, looks, money, status, right? These are guys that, if you look at shit they're talking about or what they continuously say and all this other stuff, you notice that none of them really have the information to truly say that that's what it is. You understand what I'm saying? So what I mean is that I've hardly ever seen a dude on YouTube or even a guy in real life that's been, you know, real gung-ho about, like, let's say you had a, like, what I mean is, let's say you had a good-looking guy who has money and who has status. I've hardly ever seen a good-looking dude with money and status get on YouTube and say, yo, guys, guess what? I'm getting chicks every 5 minutes because of my looks, money, and status. Like, I have zero problems with women because of my looks, money, and status. Somebody please show me to a channel, you know, tell them to come my way so that I could see this, because I've never seen it. You see what I'm saying? I've never seen it. I've never seen a dude who has the quote-unquote looks, money, and status, you know, sitting there talking about, oh, guess what? Everything is just, you know, it's just happening. Matter of fact, I did a video years ago where the actor James Franco had a situation where he was doing I think some Broadway play or some shit like that. And he tried to get with this chick, and he was texting her and doing all this other goofy shit. And the chick played him, screenshotted his joints, and he was all up in the news because I think the girl was like young or some shit. You understand what I'm saying? So James Franco got the looks, money, and the status. Why is he having trouble fucking with these chicks? You understand what I'm saying? Why? You see what I mean? It's crazy. So this is what I'm saying, guys. You have to change the way that you're looking at this stuff. So you got to believe when you hear shit actually popping off, and you have to stop rejecting the game. You have to embrace the game, because the game is going to get you to that situation. You understand? I still don't get how all of you guys could watch all these damn RSD videos and still think it's only about looks. I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. So, you know, but dudes got to understand that, man. Listen, you have to change the way you look at the shit to change your reality. Because once you start changing the way you look at it, what's going to happen is that you're going to start moving differently. So if you believe that it's possible for you to have one-night stands with hot chicks, you understand what I'm saying? If you believe it's possible for you to have one-night stands with hot chicks, then what you're going to do is you're going to try to have a one-night stand with a hot chick. You understand? If you believe that it's possible to have consistent sex with multiple women, guess what? You're going to try to have consistent sex with multiple women. You understand? So you got to understand that, man. O'Malley said, Locario, if you was a surgeon, would you still try to downplay looks? What are you talking about, bro? Nah, and that's the thing. I'm not downplaying looks. I'm just telling you guys the reality of the situation. The reality of the situation is, if a woman thinks you look good, or if a large number of women think you look good, you're going to get attention, right? All I'm saying is that that attention doesn't necessarily equate to sex. Y'all be thinking about this shit too fucking like black and white with this motherfucking game, which is why a lot of dudes have issues with this shit. You understand? Because look, you can have a dude who isn't that great looking, and he'll still have an issue. You can have a dude who's a good looking dude, he'll still have an issue. You can have a guy who's really good looking and he's getting a lot of chicks off of that. You can have a guy who's average looking and he's getting chicks because some of the girls think he's good looking, but also he's implementing the game. So there's so many different ways to do this shit. You see what I'm saying? Because see, this is what y'all are doing. Y'all are saying 6 plus 2 equals 8, right? And I'm like, yeah, 6 plus 2 equals 8. And I say, guess what? 4 plus 4 equals 8. And you're like, no. 4 plus 4 doesn't equal 8. Only 6 plus 2 equals 8. That's what y'all sound like. That's what y'all sound like. Y'all are like 6 plus 2 equals 8, and that's it. And I'm like, well, 4 plus 4 equals 8. No, that's impossible. 4 plus 4 can't equal 8. I'm like, you know what? 7 plus 1 equals 8. No. It's only 6 plus 2 equals 8. That's it. You understand? That's how y'all think about the game. And that's why y'all lose. You understand? So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, y'all gotta get it together, man. There's so many different angles to the game. Man. He said Locario be giving good advice, except when he tried to deny looks, money, and status. No, I'm not, dude, I'm not denying it. I'm trying to let you guys know. See, this is what you guys don't understand. Y'all are looking for excuses. I take away the excuses. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not downplaying looks. I'm taking away your excuse. Because a lot of you guys are going to be running to the excuse, well, I don't look like Brad Pitt and I don't look like Idris Elba, so I can't get girls. I'm like, bullshit. That guy motherfuckers is bullshit. I'm going to take calls in 5 minutes, people. I just want to get this clear. Y'all guys got to stop bullshitting. So of course, a chick's gonna see a guy and think he looks good and is probably turned on by his looks, and because she's horny, she's gonna fuck the guy. Really? That's not rocket science? You understand what I'm saying? And then on the next level, understand that a chick who's physically attracted to you, she's physically attracted to you because you are her type physically. There's another girl who will see that same guy and will be like, I don't like him and I don't think he's physically attractive. This is so simple. I don't understand how dudes can't even, understand this shit. You know what I mean? So the thing what you got to understand is that the looks, money, status thing can be a bonus, right? But that shit ain't the big deal. And again, like I did a video the other day, I said money and status does not turn women on sexually. A woman will fuck you because you have money, but she's fucking you because you have money, not because she actually wants to fuck you. You understand what I'm saying? And there's a difference between having sex with a woman who's fucking you because you're paying her and having sex with a woman who actually wants to have sex with you. You see what I'm saying? But dudes are so desperate, they don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you guys got to understand that. Oh, I'm not going anywhere tonight. I'm going to be, here. You said, Julian, you say you're still on the looks, money, status thing. See, we're never going to be off the looks, money, status thing because dudes they're fiending for an excuse. They're fiending. They want it. They love it. Trust me. A lot of these cats out here don't want women. I promise you that. They don't want women. A lot of dudes don't want to have sex. They don't want women. Don't believe them if they tell you. You understand? Don't believe them. A lot of dudes want to complain. That's what they want. They don't want women. They want to complain. They want people to hear frustrations they're having with women, but they don't actually want to get the women. Because if they wanted to get the women, they would. You feel what I'm saying? That's what's up, Julian. Appreciate it. That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of these cats don't want it. Trust me. They do not want this shit. Well, the calling number is 646. Okay. 646-481-3901. Gillen was popping. Said, do my strategies work on black women? What do you think? Of course. Yo, what's popping?
Yo, Mr. Locario, you good?
What's going on? What's the deal?
Michael from London, man.
What's going on, bro?
Yeah, just, I cannot believe in 2019 you are still explaining to guys that looks don't matter.
I don't, they don't get it, bro. I don't understand. I don't understand these dudes. They don't get it.
Yeah, as I've spoken on your show before, in case you don't remember. Basically, I am quote unquote good looking. Mm-hmm. I get attention on the street, in clubs, online especially. Like on Tinder, I have 99 plus. Like, you know what it tells you how many people liked you. Right.
On the Tinder goal, yeah.
Yeah, I have 99 plus. I get matches all the time. These women message me. They say I'm beautiful, blah blah blah. But when I say I want to meet up, they reject me.
Exactly. They be thinking you bullshitting, and that's the thing. Like, yeah. Bro, I've had women literally say to my face, they're like, I had this one girl say, "Yo, you are the most handsome man I've ever seen in my life," and I straight up told her, I said, "Well, cool, like let's get together," and then she was like, "Oh, well, I don't know," and I'm like, what the fuck you talking about then? You feel like, what are you talking about? You see what I'm saying? It's crazy.
It's a bit and a curse.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm just like, because you know what they don't take into account? They don't take into account how women view things and do things. Meaning that sometimes what happens is, and this is what guys don't understand, is that a woman may see you, think you're attractive physically, right? And she's intimidated by you because she thinks that you're probably a player. You got a whole bunch of other girls. She's not gonna measure up to you. You understand what I'm saying? So she thinks that, let's say she starts to like you, because this is the thing. When a woman starts catching feelings, right? It's like serious to her. You understand what I'm saying? Now she likes you. Now she's thinking about you. Now she's doing all this shit. So what she doesn't want to happen is she's scared that, okay, well, if this guy, I get with him and I like him, some other girl may steal him from me. Yeah. You know what I mean? So they don't get it.
Funnily enough, like, I know this goes against everything a lot of men say, but there's this model who lives around my area. She's a proper model, like, she's on billboards and everything. She was attracted to me when I was less attractive, when I had more weight on. And at the time, I had a girlfriend, so I rejected her. And now I'm good looking. I've come back for her. I asked her out, and she said, "Wow, whoa, you're way too good looking for me." Like, just completely rejected me.
That's what I'm telling you. Dudes don't get it, because you know what it is. A lot of average looking dudes get more women because the woman wants to be the good looking one in the situation. A lot of women don't like when it's the insecurity of a woman will stop her from fucking with certain dudes. I had this girl one time where, and I talked about this before, she was thick, but she thought she was fat. So because I was, like, I guess in better shape than her, she didn't want to get naked in front of me. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, so then because she didn't want to get naked in front of me, we didn't have sex. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These cats, they don't get it.
Yeah. Just one question. In terms of, like, I have girls who say they want to meet me, like, later on. So, for example, I'm going to Ibiza, which is a party island, and some girls have messaged me saying that they're going there. So I don't know whether to collect the number and speak to them, or collect the number later and just say, I'll talk to you when I'm there, or I'll holler you when I'm there, or you do the same.
You talking about getting the number off of Tinder?
Yeah, getting a number of Tinder or waiting, and then getting a number while I'm on the island.
I mean, well, I always say it's better to for you guys to have each other's numbers, because Tinder sometimes be glitchy. You understand what I'm saying? So if anything happens where, because I had that happen the other day. I remember I was on Tinder and I was supposed to meet up with this girl, and then she was like, yeah, well, let's get together, or whatever. And then when I went back on Tinder, the match was gone. And then, luckily, for some reason, 2 days later, I saw her again, and I swiped on her again. And we both swiped on each other. And she was like, oh, hey, I don't know what happened. You know, it just automatically, like, erased the shit, blah, blah, blah. And then, so I was like, all right, give me a number. And then we exchanged numbers. You see what I'm saying? So it's always good to, you know, get her number. Or at least when you're on the app, give her your number and tell her to hit you up. You understand what I'm saying? Be like, hey, here's my number. Yeah. You know, hit me up and we'll communicate on the phone, because sometimes Tinder gets glitchy and all this other shit. You understand what I'm saying? So she'll know to, like, you know, give you the number and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cool. And also just back onto the other topic of like girls messaging you and then ignoring you. Is that purely down to insecurity? Because some of these girls are very hot, so I don't understand what's going on in their cases. Well,
that's the thing. Being a woman being hot doesn't necessarily mean that she's not insecure. In fact, sometimes the hotter she is, the more insecure she is. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, right.
Because she knows she's hot, but so she has to keep up the hot look, because she's expected to be hot, which is what creates more of the insecurity. But also, women, it's not necessarily they don't respond back because they're insecure. Sometimes they don't respond back because they have a lot of dudes that they're talking to. You understand what I'm saying? Also, they won't respond because some of them might actually just be attention whores. Like, some of them really just be on there just to, like, get the ego boost. You see what I mean?
Oh, right, because they literally say hey, and compliment me, and I just say hey back, and then I hear nothing.
Right. And I mean, that's just how it's going to happen on online dating. You know, you match with somebody, you send them a message, they send you a message, you try to set something up, or you send another message, and then they just sort of ghost on you. And I talked about that too on my program, Advanced Online Game, where you're gonna have women who are going to respond and then just be out. You just never hear from them again. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. It's part of the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
like, because funnily enough, like, from me being bad looking to good looking, my results are still kind of the same.
Right.
It's like my game's always been good thanks to you, Alan Locario, etc. But my results in terms of, like, number closing, they are the same. Like, so in terms of good looking and bad looking, it, like, I need to stress again, it really does not make a difference.
That's what I be trying to tell these cats. Dude, look, I've been on both sides of the spectrum, man. You understand what I'm saying? When I was younger, it was like, you know, it was weird because I was, you know, as I got older, that's when I started getting more girls, like, checking for me, like, as I was going into, like, high school or the middle of high school. Then, but before that, though, when I was younger, like 16, 17, 18 or whatever, you know, when I was, like, in junior high and all that, just about to get into high school, it was like I was insecure a lot, and it was kind of like, I don't know, it was just weird. But then when I was getting all these chicks checking for me and telling me, oh, like, you know, oh, I used to get this shit all the time. Oh, you look good for a dark-skinned guy, which is a backhanded compliment anyway. But you understand what I'm saying. So, but even with that, even with girls checking me out, you know, me getting modeling contracts from Polo Jeans, like, I did all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying this so people understand. So what happened is that with that too, I still had the same amount of fucking rejections, basically the same amount of bullshit that I fucking dealt with women as my other friends who were just, you know, average looking or whatever. It was the same shit. It wasn't no big difference. In fact, one of my good friends back in the day, he used to model for Abercrombie and Fitch, and he was this black dude, slim black dude. He was from London. He had a London accent, all that shit. And this dude had so much fucking trouble with women, it was ridiculous. You understand what I'm saying? So he would get girls, but it would still be the same type of shit you talking about. It's like, you know, it's a lot of guys that like feel like they're not good looking or probably average looking or whatever. they don't understand what we're talking about because they've never been in a situation where women were telling them verbatim they think they're handsome and still not getting the shit popping in certain situations. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Another thing is a lot of these guys want attention. They don't actually want to have sex.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think attention is awful. I hate attention from women because it's pointless and it's time wasting and wasted energy.
Exactly.
But I know a lot of guys would think they like attention.
Right, and that's really what I'm saying. And that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, if you're a good-looking dude or women find you physically attractive, they'll definitely give you attention. They'll check you out. They'll sometimes, talk to you, whatever. But like I said, it doesn't always equate to you hitting it. It doesn't always equate to you getting the girl. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of it has to do with their insecurity. Also, sometimes it has to do with the energy of the situation. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning she just doesn't feel you. She could think you're cute, but she still don't feel you. And that's the part that guys don't understand. A woman still has to feel you. You understand? Like, we're different. Like, we'll see a girl and we'll think she's physically attractive, and we're like, yo, we want to fuck. I'm good. I want to fuck her. A woman, on the other hand, she'll see a guy, thinks he's good looking, and then he can say something or do something that drives her pussy up. For most guys, even if they're with a woman who's annoying as shit, as long as she's cute, we'll still fuck her. You feel what I'm saying? Women are not like that all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they don't get it. And actually, there's a for those who have Netflix, there's a fucking show out now called Dating Around. All right? Watch that fucking show. It's sort of like a reality show type of thing where they basically show people going on dates, and they have like one with like a straight dude, another one with a straight girl, and they have another one with like, I think, a gay dude, and another one with a gay girl, and then they have another one with some old couple or whatever. But the one that I want you guys to pay attention to is the second episode. So if you guys have Netflix, watch the show Dating Around, and especially the second episode. Because the second episode is a girl dating. So in the show, they date 5 people, and they're supposed to choose one at the end. You understand? Of who they like the best. Now, what I want you guys to watch and check for is on that second episode where the girl is dating the 5 guys. All of the 5 guys she's dating are good-looking dudes. There wasn't really no guy that was on there that wasn't good-looking. You understand what I'm saying? Or what most people would consider good-looking. And I want you guys to pay attention to what happens at the end of that episode. And that will tell you, that shows you. And of course, it's still a show, whatever. But what it represents is how women a lot of times are. And I just want you to realize how important personality and game factors in to how a woman makes a decision if she wants to fuck with a guy or not. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the thing that dudes don't understand. They think, oh, it's just about looking good, just about looking good. And again, I'm not saying if a guy looks good, a chick will check him out. He'll get that attention. But I care about results. I care about, are you fucking? Are you dating these chicks? That's all I care about. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's the only way to think about it.
Mm-hmm. That's it, man.
All right. Thanks a lot, Locario.
Yeah, man, I appreciate the call, my dude.
All right.
Enjoy this. Peace.
Bye.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm telling you. You guys, make sure y'all check out that show Dating Around. And especially the second episode with the Indian girl. You understand what I'm saying? Yo, what's going on?
Hey, what's up? What's poppin'? It's Dylan from Jersey. What's going on with you?
I'm chilling. What's good with you, bro?
Nothing much, brother. Yo, I'm calling in today, man. You know what I'm realizing? Now that I'm going on dates, it's like the energy has to be consistent with these females, bro.
Right.
Because I feel like, yo, like I had a bad day, and I'm starting up like since January on your membership, and dude, like I had a couple bad days or whatever, and like I feel like I got 2 flakes from it because they felt my energy.
Right.
And I want to get your opinion. What do you think about that?
You saying that if your energy is off, just in general?
Yeah. Can they feel it? Like they could definitely feel that. Like it could throw them off, or they don't want to fuck with you because they thought one thing and it's another thing. You know what I'm saying? Oh
yeah, definitely. That's the thing. Women are very perceptive and shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like they can tell and this is why I talk about why confidence is important and why you can't really fake the shit, or, you know, trying to like pretend to be something you're not, and all of that is very, you know, it's a waste of time at the end of the day, because the thing is, like, when you're off, right? The chick could feel that energy. It's just like anything else. Sometimes, like, you could, you know, like how you be even with a friend and you can tell just by their facial expression that they're upset about something, or they're feeling down, or whatever. You understand? It's the same thing. It's like they can feel that energy coming off of you when they're interacting with you. You see what I mean? And so that's the thing where you got to always be, you know, right with yourself. You understand why you're interacting with chicks in general. You see what I mean? It is not anything where you got to pretend or whatever, because sometimes you're going to be off. Sometimes shit ain't going to be going your way. You might feel a certain type of way. You're not feeling as good as you want to feel at that day or moment or whatever. But a lot of times that could come off even in, let's say, for example, you call a girl up and you're trying to set something up. She can hear all of that in your voice. She can hear it in your energy. And then she's like, yeah, you know, I'm not really trying to, you know, go off of that or do, because, but, and with this is very important. What guys don't understand is that women feed off of your energy, meaning that if you're upbeat and you're energetic, it could cause her to be upbeat and energetic. You understand? If you're like, you ever notice when you're nervous talking to a girl, she seems like awkward, or she seems sort of like standoffish? It's because your awkward energy is rubbing off on her. You feel what I'm saying? Like she's responding to that awkward shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
This is why when a dude comes through and he's, you know, acting quote unquote creepy, you feel what I'm saying? She's like, oh, this guy's a creep. It's not, you understand? But she's getting that vibe from you that you don't feel comfortable, so she doesn't feel comfortable. Whenever a guy feels comfortable, the girl usually ends up feeling comfortable because she starts to bend to his whim, because she's basically going to follow him. Just like when a guy's in when he's in the friend zone. The reason why guys get in the friend zone a lot of times is because you are displaying characteristics that make her say, oh, this guy is, you know, I'm going to put him in the friend zone, because she's following your lead. You're leading her to put you in the friend zone because you're acting real friendly. You're not acting like a guy who actually wants to get it in. You see what I'm saying?
So, no, exactly. Listen, I'm with you on that, because, you know, I went on dates previously. You know, I've called in a couple times already since you've been live. I don't know if you remember or not. And I have had a lot of success. It's just like going through Tinder and stuff like that, especially because that's kind of like my strong suit right now. So that's what I kind of been doing, because I've been truck driving so much. So it kind of helps try to talk to chicks off that. So like I set up all these days, and it takes a lot of energy, you know. And some days I have off, and like I'm starting to figure myself out. Like, all right, maybe, you know, after when I get to the car or whatever, then I'll just hit her up and share. When I get this done, I'm gonna feel a little bit better about myself, because I got it done. I'm gonna hit her up. You know, you feel me? Because what I know is, like, when you start doing shit for yourself, conversation will come, or like conversation will spark. You don't have to think about it. Right. Once you start thinking about it, you don't really know what to say. You know,
real talk.
So like it'll come out.
And also too, what I would say to you is, and this is what I say to most guys, is that you know, when you first dealing with women, don't worry too much about you know, interacting with her on the phone. You understand what I'm saying? Or you know what I mean? Meaning, so the phone really is just to set up a time to actually see her in person. Now, when you see her in person, that's when you do all of the, you know, that, you know, exchanging of whatever. You understand? So now go ahead. What you gonna say?
No, so like some of the things that like I'm starting to notice too is like some, like the last caller, like he was talking about like if I should ask for the number now, this and that, like definitely, like and there's a lot of girls on there that just want attention, or they put their shit up there for their Snapchat, Instagram. So like you gotta weave through the bullshit.
Oh, exactly.
So like a lot of that stuff, like I'm starting to realize it, and like dude, I like lessen my time by a lot. You feel me? Because I'm straight to the point, and they like that shit. And the ones that are really down and really want to date, they're gonna let you know if they're feeling you, that they're gonna want to come and meet up with you. And once you take the lead and set up the date, whatever the case is, and they're gonna meet up with you, is fine. You know, then you start spitting that game. And yo, that shit you was talking about, building sexual tension and shit when you're on a date, like when you get in a conversation and shit like that, where you're like, I don't want to throw some shit in the membership, but I might have to like throw a little tease out for those that are not on it.
Yeah, tell them.
You be like, yo, like when you tell them like, yo, why you looking at me like that? And she be like what? And like you want to stick your tongue in my mouth. Yo, they be freaking out with that one, son.
Oh, you been using it?
Huh?
So you been using that one?
Bro, what? I don't. Yo, that shit works like a charm.
That's
boy.
what I'm telling. I be trying to tell these cats, man. Look, this shit is. The more you do this shit, the simpler it's gonna feel and it's gonna be. You understand? And you're gonna start to see the reactions out of women, and because this is the issue for most dudes. And I'm telling you, this is what's gonna separate the guys who get it from the guys who ain't gonna. It's gonna be hard for you to get. When you talk to women, right?
Right.
90% of your energy has to be sexual. Just remember that. 90% of your energy has to be sexual. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's going to spark the energy for her to reciprocate sexually. That's the part that guys don't understand, because guys just be talking to girls on some regular shit. So how's the weather? How's your day going? How's life? And oh, that's just regular shit. And so the girl never gets to come out of her shell and be sexy with you. You understand what I'm saying? That's the thing that guys gotta understand. And you have to be able to create that situation so that she'll start, because again, this is what I said before. Remember earlier I said women are gonna follow your lead and follow your energy. So if I'm putting out sexual energy, what do you think she's gonna do? She's gonna respond sexually. You see what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah, no, it's the truth, man. You're pretty much making the atmosphere, the ambiance in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're pretty much the lead. And dude, like, I'm gonna tell you, like, for instance, I've been on a couple of days. I had a lot of success with it so far. And like, it's like, damn, like I got the number. Like sometimes I don't even be like, oh, I hope they make it. I don't really care because I'll charge you the game. But like, I'm like, damn, my strong suit's in person. So if I get them in person, I just know it could be a wrap. You know what I mean? So,
exactly.
So like that's like the hump right there. So, but I noticed too, like when I bring in that energy too, especially in the dates and stuff, like I know exactly what I like. So like, or like for the fellas out there, I'm not no professional or coach or nothing like that. But what I noticed what worked for me is that like I bring them to spots that I like. So, like, I know I like to sit on the bar. I don't like to sit at a table. I know I like to stand up sometimes and just be energy, use my hands, and, like, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like the bar situation because it's just, like, it's moving, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I like it. It works for me. But another thing, too, is, like I feel, like, with everything going on, like, I feel like, bro, like, it's just hard to get a real chick out here, too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I go on these dates, and I don't even feel like some of these chicks be knowing what they want.
Right, like, right. Cool. I'm glad you brought that up, because the next Bad Boy membership program I'm dropping on March 1st. That shit is basically is literally about that. It's about how to get the highest quality women. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna teach y'all the way that I've done it. You know what I'm saying, over the years to get. And when I say high quality, I'm talking about the hottest girls physically, but also that got shit going on and that's on point. And so I teach you guys literally. I'm gonna teach you guys step by step how to do it. So in this one you're gonna really have to like take notes and fucking write some shit down. So if you guys are not on the Bad Boy membership, get on that shit now. This one that I'm putting out next is, I think, is the most important one I'm putting out for any guy who actually wants to fuck with a quality chick. Because this is what usually happens, like, because like right now you're in a situation where you're able to get with different types of girls, hook up, whatever. But what's going to happen is at a certain point you might be like, damn, I could get these girls, but how come now I'm not finding the chicks that are that's on point, that's like top notch, that I could just have as the main girl or whatever. So that's what I'm gonna be teaching on the next one. So definitely stay tuned for that shit. Trust me, it's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm gonna get off the phone right now and stuff. I like chopping it up with you. You know that. So
yeah, man.
Keep doing your thing, brother, and we'll talk soon.
I appreciate it, bro. I'm out of you.
All right, you too, bro. Peace.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you guys, get up on that Bad Boy membership. Get up on it. You feel me? All right, let me see who's calling. You.
Yo, Locario.
What's poppin'?
Yo, what's up, man? It's Rob from Toronto.
What's going on, bro?
Yo, man, my first time actually calling in on your stream. I just had a question, man.
All right, it was good.
How do I increase the volume of, like, women I meet? Like, should I go on a mall or something and just, like, talk as much as I can and move on and be kind of direct? Or, like, I'm not sure.
Well, the thing is, to increase the volume, the best bet is to do all, you know, all or as many avenues as possible. So what I mean is, yeah, definitely, you know, go to the mall, holler at chicks, go to bars, go to clubs, do online, hit up your social circle, talk to people and say, yo, you know any chicks, whatever. Anything you can do, you gotta do all those things. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the thing. Don't just do one thing, because if you do everything, if you do a lot of different ways, then that's increasing your chances of making shit happen. You know, you understand what I'm saying? So you want to exhaust all avenues, and that's how you get more volume. You see what I mean?
You think I should be going to, like, bars and stuff on weekdays, or what do you think?
Well, it depends. It depends on if you know where you're at. What city you in, or where you at? Where you from?
I'm in Toronto, bro.
Oh, you're in Toronto. Okay, yeah. So if you know some spots that's popping during the week, then definitely do that. You know what I'm saying? If not, then just do it on the weekends. If it's more other things popping on the weekend, you understand? But it's going to take time for you to figure out sometimes what's the best situation for you. So what I always say is try everything first, and then what you might notice is that you might notice, damn, I'm getting like way more chicks at the bars instead of going to the mall or online. So then you might do the bars like 85% of the time, but you still want to have everything else for backup. Or you might say, damn, I'm getting more chicks, like online. You understand what I'm saying? But then you still want to go out to the bars and the clubs for backup. You understand what I'm saying? In certain situations. So you just want to exhaust as many opportunities as you can to interact and get with women, because that's how you get the volume. And then when you get the volume, that's how you get a situation where you're more likely going to get more chicks that's going to want to fuck with you, and especially the ones that you really want to fuck with, because you just got more volume. You understand? You can never go wrong with more volume. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the more you got coming in, the better it is, or the better chance you're going to have to get the type of women you want. You see what I'm saying?
So by online, you mean like Tinder and stuff, right?
Yeah, Tinder, OkCupid, Bumble, everything. So every
you use all of that?
Yeah, I'm on like friggin' I'm on like 9 different apps, bro.
Shit.
You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And so what you do is that what you do is that you use your situation as much as you can. So the thing that's good with online is that you can do that anytime. You understand what I'm saying? Like, like I'll be watching a movie on Netflix and I'll just be on Tinder at the same time, just swiping while I'm watching a movie. Or when I'm taking a shit, I'm on Tinder. You understand? When I'm waiting in a line at the store, I'm on Tinder. So it's, you understand what I'm saying? So you could just do that all day with the online. If you go into bars and clubs and all this other stuff, you understand? If you know maybe 3 or 4 good spots in your area, just keep going back to those 3 or 4 good spots. I'm from New York, and I usually go to the same 3 or 4 spots 90% of the time, because I know, okay, this spot is usually going to have the baddest chicks at this time, so I'm going to go there at that time. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
Yeah, I see what you're trying to say, bro.
Yeah, man. Tell you. So do everything. Do everything and see what is yielding the most results for you, and then do that most of the time, but then still have the other stuff on the back burner. You feel what I'm saying?
So for the mall stuff, you think I should be a little bit more direct and try to move faster?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Direct is all about speed. You feel what I'm saying? The more direct you are, the faster you get to the actual reality of the situation when you're dealing with the girl. You see what I mean?
Okay, man. Well,
Yeah, man.
thanks for the information. I'll check out your Patreon. Is that where you're releasing the March 1st thing?
Nah, that's on the Bad Boy membership. So you got to go to badboymembership.com. Yeah, go to badboymembership.com. I'm gonna put the link in the chat box. Badboymembership.com.
All right, man. Okay,
Yeah, man.
I'll keep watching your stream. I'll hear someone else's question now.
All right, bro. I'm gonna holler at you. Peace.
Okay.
Later. All right. Who is this? You. What's going on?
What's up with you, player?
Chilling. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm checking out your live, man. You putting out that good game like you always do.
All right. That's what's up. What's going on with you?
Look, check this out. A lot of these cats don't understand, man. It's about competition, you know. You cannot get. You gotta have your win with you. You know, you can't get messed up off a couple of rejections or whatever. You know, you gotta go in the club, wherever you going. I don't care, grocery store, feeling like you it. You know, or for lack of a better word, you that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk. Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? It's all about you.
Right. Nah, you ain't lying. Shit.
Yeah, I understand. You know, see, a lot of these. And another thing too is if a woman ain't married, she ain't married. She's single. Now, look, I mean, I ain't trying to just say she's gonna jump in bed with you, but if she interested, you know what I'm saying? She's available. And see, a lot of women, when these women hit about 21, they threw it all in puppy love. They might have a guy, they might, but if you what they want, you what they interested in, they gonna get with you. And I'm not saying to try to break something up. I'm just saying you got to remember they still out there just like you out there.
Right. Real talk. And that's why cats got to stop being scared and worrying too much about shit and just do what they got to do to make it happen and see what. Because a lot of times, really, the truth about it is a lot of dudes ain't really going in to really see what's going on. You understand? A lot of cats, they speculating, but they're not really going to make it happen.
And Locario, like you said, you got to have game. Locario, what define ugly?
Right, exactly. What is that? I don't know.
That's what they say. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder.
Right.
You go out here thinking you ugly because some homies that probably don't like you, some girl that didn't like you called you that. So you go out there with the wrong frame of mind. You don't know what these women like. You don't know what they've been through. They could be totally done with that. They be like, I'm looking for me somebody that this is that guy right there. Him.
Right. Exactly.
What I want.
Exactly. They don't understand that. They don't. It was funny because when I first got with my girl, I remember her saying something like that too, and she was like, we was messing around. She was like, "Yo, this situation is exactly what I needed right now." You feel what I'm saying? Like, so it's like you never know. You never know.
I was in the military, Locario, and this guy he had been in. He was a what you would call a cute guy, I guess, if if that is such a thing. A lot of ladies, man. How about that?
Right.
So he went up to this one. I was with him. I rode with him. I didn't have no car. I went to the club with him. I rode with him. So he went up to this girl, and he got in her ear or whatever, got all up on her, right? I was standing next to him, right? And I looked. I said, man, that girl fine, but I looked at it like, she out of my league, right? So I'm looking at him.
Right.
He got all up on her, and I swear she reached past him, grabbed my hand.
Oh, shit.
And said, would you like to dance? So I danced with her, right?
Right.
And we had a good time, and then I got her number, and she told me, she said, I am so sick of guys like him.
Oh, shit.
She said, I hate guys like him who think women just gonna fall down. And she said, I saw you look like a nice guy. You weren't really messing with any of the women. She said, I'm looking for me a nice guy.
And that's exactly what I was talking about earlier, bro. And I'm glad you brought that up because I talked about this before, man. Like sometimes women, because trust me, that same girl, that same lady that was that you was talking to, she's probably been with a dude like that before, and he probably did some bullshit, and she's like, yo, I'm sick of it right now. So I'm trying to do some different shit. You feel what I'm saying? So
Locario, she was, as far as me, I mean, she looked like Vanessa Williams back in the day.
Oh hell yeah, that's
like a Beyonce. She was like, she's type one. I don't even attempt to try to holler at her. Right? She told me that her last man was cheating on her. He was constantly messing with other women.
Right.
And she said she was sick of guys like that.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
My homie, when we got back to the base, he blew me up. He was like, "Yo, man, what's up, man? Like, you get her number? Like, you try to give me her number. Give her number. You know, you can't do nothing with her." I couldn't believe it. I'm like, "Look at him. Look how he acting."
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying that to say this. Locario, they need to listen to you. You got the game.
I'm trying to tell them that reality, bro.
Forget what you look like. You look like you look.
Right.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Don't let nobody tell you don't look good. You don't even know that. And like I said, that blew my mind when that woman chose up on my. And Locario, I don't know what it was. I wasn't ready because she scared me, man. Scared me, and I couldn't believe this dude. When I had got to the base, he was having sex with like 3 women that we work with. He was constantly women. I would go to like knock on his door, man. Women be putting their clothes on. I was like, "Dang, that's man, this dude. He had sex with every girl on base."
Right.
And then for me to get like, we go out the first time, he want to show me, and we go out. She chews up on me like, man. I said, "What is going on?" But I lived and I learned, and she a good person, and she was good, and we had good conversation. Me and her, we never had sex.
Oh, damn, bro. She.
But I don't even know how to get to it, Locario. I'm just saying.
You wasn't ready at that time.
No, not for that. But I appreciate her what she did, because she really woke me up to it. And
right.
And I'm saying if don't fight with them, man. Go out there. Don't let nobody tell you can't. I don't care what you look like. Now you guys competitive world. You want to go to the gym. You get to the gym.
Right.
You got to be well groomed. You know what I'm saying? You got to have your haircut, your beard together.
Right. Exactly. Like, that's what I be telling cats. I be like, yo, I say, look the best you could look. Be the best you could be. It's like dudes, they don't get it. They'll sit there and say, well, because I don't look like that guy, I can't get no girls, and then they sit at home and do nothing. I'm like, bruh, be the best motherfucker you could be. You understand what I'm saying? And make it happen.
They self-eliminate. Self-eliminate, and that's stupid. Don't do that.
Right.
Don't do that. And matter of fact, when you go out there, think about you. And like I said, you got to look at yourself like you are that dude. You are that, lack of that word, nigga. You that man. And then they want you. Why even sweat the ones that don't?
Right, exactly. Real talk, bro. Man, I appreciate that story, bro. I appreciate that story, man. Right. Keep doing your thing, brother.
All
right, peace. That's what's up. Nah, that's some real shit, though, right there, man. But see, and that's why you got to be ready, man. You got to be ready at all times, man. You got to be ready at all times, bruh. You said she used him for non-sexual attention. Nah, well, she did, but also he low-key allowed her to do that because he could have got it. You understand what I'm saying? He could have got it. You see what I mean? Because again, like I said, the women are gonna follow you. So he said he was like, yo, I wasn't ready. So because he wasn't ready, it ain't happened. You see what I mean? If he was ready, it would have happened. That's what cats gotta understand. But shout out to that brother, man. You know what I mean? That's funny. That is funny. But yeah, the caller number 646-481-3901. Make sure you guys get those likes up. Make sure you get the likes up, people. You feel me? But yeah, that's funny shit, man. Send the link. Which link you talking about? Niner by Nature? What link you talking about? Yo, what's going on?
This is Locario. This is Eli.
What's popping?
What's popping? Good. So, hey, I had a question. Earlier you said something about you be a woman, you gotta gain sexual attention. You know, instead of being like platonic, whatever, blah, you know. So like, real one, how do you start that conversation? Give me an example of giving out that type of attention, though.
You saying how do you get to you saying how do you get to that point where you're like building sexual tension?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, it's just all about making smooth transition. So when you first approach a girl, you know, you don't gotta get sexual right away. You could do small talk for like a minute or so. You understand? So let's say you see a girl at a bar or whatever. You walk up to her, be like, yo, how you doing? What's your name? And then she's like, oh, my name is Samantha. Samantha, nice to meet you. I'm Locario. What's going on? So what brings you out here tonight? And she's like, oh, you know, I'm just coming from work, wanted to get a drink. All right, that's cool. So Samantha, where you from? And she'd be like, oh, I live like, you know, a few blocks from here. This is my neighborhood, but I don't want to go straight home. And you'd be like, oh, okay. Well, listen, Samantha, you know, I saw you from across the room and I thought you were sexy as hell. You look like really, really good and all that. And so now I'm already getting into it, just sort of transitioning smoothly through there. And there's a lot of different ways you could transition smoothly to get to the sexual tension. You see what I'm saying? Because, and also too, you got to look at how the girl is interacting with you. You understand? She might say something that, you know, could create a situation where you can, you know, move the conversation in a certain direction. You see what I'm saying? So let's say for example, she's like, you know, there y'all talking or whatever. She might say something that you can interpret as sexual. So she might say something like, you know, like, oh, you know, you got, you know, you got some like big feet. What size do you wear or whatever? You understand what I'm saying? And so now you can be like, oh, you know what they say about guys with big feet. And then you just get into the whole sexual shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like I did that the other day with some random chick that I was at an event at. You understand what I'm saying? And so it's just transitioning smoothly from this point to that point. You understand? But you got to understand that's what you're trying to do, so that you'll be able to get to that point and do it. You see what I mean? So in your mind, you got to say, I want to get to the point of getting sexual with this woman through the conversation. And it's so because you're thinking that, you're going to take your conversation in that direction. You see what I mean? It's almost like if I was, for example, if I have this book and let's say I got a bunch of books in my suitcase and I'm trying to sell these books, and then I'm at an event or something, and I'm talking to you and I'm trying to sell it to all the guys up in the spot. I might talk to you and be like, yo, what's going on, bro? How's your name? You know, what's your name? My name's Locario. Nice to meet you, bro. And then I'll just be shooting the shit with you on some regular shit. I'll be like, yo, there's a lot of bad chicks in here. You know, and you'd be like, yeah, there's a bunch of, you know, joints in here, whatever. And then I'll be like, yo, you should go up and approach. And then you'd be like, nah. I'll be like, oh, you scared to approach? I'll be like, well, listen, you know, I got this book right here that teaches you how to approach women. You understand? So just my conversation is transitioning into that. You understand? So you got to know how to read the situation and then just transition into it. You see what I mean? So it's all about making the interaction smooth. It's almost like when you're talking to the girl, it's almost like she shouldn't even realize how y'all got there. You understand what I'm saying? In a lot of cases.
Like magic in a sense.
What you said? Say it again?
Kind of like magic in a sense.
Right. She shouldn't even realize it mostly. It just sort of transitions sort of smoothly. It's almost like it just sort of happened. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the type of thing. But the more you practice it, the easier it gets. You understand? It's just that you got to go out there and practice, because the more you practice, the smoother your transitions and the smoother it's going to be when you get into the conversation with the girl. You see what I'm saying?
Right. So then I was a girl, I mean, just say, hey, what's up? How you doing? What's your name? Blah, blah. You know, we said, we're out here, blah, blah, blah. Like, man, you looking good in that dress or something like this.
Right, exactly. That's all you got to do. And, or what you could do is when you're hearing her talk to you and she's saying certain things, look at her body language. Look at her responses to you.
I knew that. That's what I was thinking too. Though.
Right. Look at how, let's say if she starts like smiling. Let's say she smiles a lot or whatever, right? What you could do is you could be like, yo, like, you know, I noticed that you smiling at me. I think you might like me because you're smiling so much. You understand? You're using what she's doing to make it sexual. You're just throwing shit out. You understand what I'm saying? To make it into that situation. You understand what I'm saying? Or you let's say you talking to her and you be like, yo, why you standing so close to me? She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, yo, you like really close to me. Like, give me some room. Like, I mean, I know I'm like really handsome and shit, but damn, like let's get to know each other. You know what I mean? Like you playing around with her. So that's still building sexual tension because now you're making it sexual. You see what I mean? Anything that is flirty and playful, that's creating the sexual tension. You see what I mean? That's all it is. Okay. That's all it is.
So one last thing, I'll let you go. So what if, say like you got a house, like a party, girls and guys up there, you see a girl. So how you approach it? It's like the same way or something different?
You said how do you approach a girl and what? And what happened?
Like say you was at a house and whatnot. Say a girl sitting there and whatnot, y'all was talking. So how do you go about approaching the sexual attention need? Like the same way or is it a different approach?
So you say like if you were at like a housewarming party or some shit like that and y'all were already talking?
Yeah, you just say it was a girl there and she just came over and talked to you, but you can't talk to her. How do you kind of start the whole, the tension?
It's the same thing, bro. Same thing. It's the same thing. Like if you at some house party or some dinner party or whatever and you just having a conversation, all you're doing is looking for ways to transition into it. That's it. So like, let's say you sitting on the couch or whatever, the girl comes over, she's like, oh, hey, how's it going? And you're like, you like, oh, what's up? My name's so-and-so. She's like, oh, I'm Jennifer. What's good? Who do you know here? And then you be like, oh, I know so-and-so, this and this and that. And unless then you be like, who do you know? She'd be like, oh, I know, what's her name? Right? And then you'd be like, oh, I didn't know what's her name has really cute friends like you. You see what I mean? So now by me saying, oh, I didn't know she has cute friends like you, it's starting the flirting. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just using everything to transition into making it flirty. All you got to think about is transitioning into the flirtatious nature of it. The more you do this, the easier it's going to get for you, because what happens is that you'll start to be on autopilot and things are going to jump out at you for you to transition, or you're going to just be able to automatically do it because that's how you do it. Because this is what you want to happen is that you want to condition yourself to be flirtatious whenever you're around women. You understand what I'm saying? Even women you're not trying to get with. You want to be able to be flirtatious, period, with women so that when you're around women, right, then that you want to get with, it's automatic. You see what I mean? It's almost like you're going to realize you're not even thinking about it. It's just happening. You see what I mean? Because it's second nature to you. And that only happens through the practice. You see what I mean? And so that's what it is.
Right.
Yeah, man. All right, bro. Appreciate the call, my dude. We get a few more of these in.
I'm going to practice and keep, watching videos.
Yeah, man. Keep practicing, bro. All right? All right, man. I'm holla.
Appreciate
Peace.
it. Mm-hmm.
All right. Yo.
Hey, what's up, Locario? It's Kevin from Dayton, man.
Oh, shit. Kevin in the building. What's going on, bro?
Man, what's going on, man? Hey, I like the one caller when he said he was out with his friend in the military, and the one chick was talking to him that was bad, and he thought she was out of his league.
Right.
I've experienced that, so I can feel what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Before I understood the game, I was young, and I was in the military myself, and we went to the NCO club, and this one dude is almost similar to his friend. His name was Stanley. Got all the chicks, all the bad chicks. So I'm leaving the club one night. He stops my car as I'm leaving. He says, hey, this one bad chick. He opened the door on the passenger side and said, hey, Brandy needs a ride home. Now, me, I'm stupid. I don't know what's going on. I'm thinking she just needs a ride home. As we're driving, she's like, so what do you want to do?
Oh, shit.
I'm not even thinking. So I'm like, well, we could go get something to drink. She's like, okay.
Right.
So again, I didn't know what to do. Because a chick really not going to throw herself on you unless she's really attracted to you. She'll make it happen.
Right.
But because I didn't know what to do, it didn't happen. So we went and got some drink and sat in front of the barracks and talked for a little bit. And then she looked at me. She's like, well, take me back to my barracks so I can, I got to get up early in the morning.
Right.
So the next day, Stanley called me. He said, hey, man, what happened?
Right.
I said, nothing, man. I took her back to the barracks, and she left. He was like, oh, man. He said, dog, she wanted some. I didn't know, man.
Right.
So I understand what dude talking about, man. Sometimes, again, unless you get your game game up, it's gonna be certain women you're not gonna be ready for.
Right, exactly. That's exactly what I was telling cats, and I talked about this a long time ago in one of my seminars where I was saying that, you know, if you're not ready for when it happens, when it's presented, it's gonna slip through your fingers. You're gonna be like, oh shit, I didn't realize, or I didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and when your game gets good and you start to analyze your own game, you'll notice the things you didn't do that could have got you some vagina.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and that's part of the learning process. It's like, if you want to be a truck driver, you can't just start getting in a tractor trailer and start driving. You got to go through the class.
Right.
You got to train. You got to go. You'll practice with the truck for a minute, learn how to bag, learn certain skill sets. That's what game is about.
Right.
You learn certain skill sets. And again, as you practice, you'll get better and better. And I'm telling you guys, when we talk about, I mean, the internet is cool, talking to chicks on the internet and all that, you know, but once you get your cold approach down, it's like this. Cold approach is the cheat code.
Right.
Cold approach is the cheat code. You can cheat the game with a cold approach if you get good.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, because you can make a woman think all kinds of things with that cold approach, and controlling the conversation, just like you said. A lot of guys that talk to a woman and just talk about fluff.
Right.
More than 2 or 3 minutes. Now the woman's getting bored. She knows you want something. Tell me what you want, but you're not getting to the point.
Right.
So when you talk to women, I wouldn't spend no more than a minute or a minute and a half to 2 minutes and get to the point. Go ahead, as you're talking to a woman and you see the conversation's going real good and she starts to get into it, it's like, leave her with a good taste in her mouth. Say, hey, baby, hold on. Hey, we're having a good conversation.
Right.
I want to see you later. You know what you need to do? She's like, what? You need to give me your number. I'm not going to ask for it. You need to give me your number.
Right.
if you know what's good for you.
Exactly.
You don't say, well, can I have your number? That means you asking her. She can say no and be playing with you, but she really want to give it to you. So a woman will play with you like that sometimes.
Right.
So you just tell a chick what you want. I want your number. Give it to me. Oh man, a chicks love that dominance over. They love that masculinity.
Facts.
When you tell her, hey, this is what I want you to do. Put your number in my phone. Man, they do it so quick. Man, they don't know what to do, man.
No, that's real talk.
Dominant man.
That's real talk. That's what I was talking about earlier. I was talking about, you know, how the women is going to follow your lead and feed off of your energy. So if you telling her, hey, do this, do that, make this happen, make that happen, they're going to actually follow that because they want to follow a man. They want to follow the masculine. You feel what I mean?
Yes.
So that's what it is.
And you're going to have those women that are masculine that aren't going to want to do that. So
right.
You'll weed those women out. Those are women you don't want. They're going to find that set dude that they're going to deal with. And there was one guy that just called in a minute ago. He was talking about he likes to go to the bars and stuff like that and talk to women in certain ways. If that's what he likes to do that. Right. Don't be scared to say the things that you want to say. Again, your first thought is your right thought when you're talking to a woman. And it's got to be a real thought. And here's a good point, too. When your game gets really tight and you get really good with it, when a guy says he wants to meet a good quality woman, once you get your spidey senses tight, you'll be able to look at a woman and see, I think she might have some potential. And walk over to her. And guys, when you're talking to women, don't talk to a woman trying to get her to like you. You're trying to talk to her to see if you like her.
Right, facts. Real talk.
You're giving her a mini interview.
Real talk.
And the things that if she's saying something that you don't like, hey baby, it was nice meeting you. Hey, I got to go. I got to go over here for a minute.
Right. See, some dudes ain't ready for that though, because a lot of cats ain't ready to let a chick go. That's the thing. They want a girl so bad that they don't have no standards or nothing. They're just like, they'll take anything. So when you get to that level where you understand, look, the game is about you. I'm looking for the chicks that I want to keep fucking with and the chicks that I want to be around and the chicks that I want to deal with. And if you're not doing that, then, you know, it's all good. You can bounce.
All good. Right.
That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Keep it moving.
Right.
And just like a chick likes to look at your clothes, and a chick will look at you and they give you the scan. They'll look at you, they'll go to the ground and then come back up real slow and give you a quick scan. You could do the same thing with the woman.
Right.
Look how she dressed. Look what kind of shoes she got on. Look what kind of dress she wearing. Is it real tight? Is she dressed modest? You know what I'm saying? That type of will give you enough information to see if it's really worth approaching her. So, guys, when you really get good with your game and you got to continually practice, and again, I said the cold approach is the key to the game. You got to do it. When you really get good at it, oh my goodness! Again, you will start to feel like a superhero.
Right, real talk.
It's like you can't be touched. I can't be touched. And the one dude that called in sounded like an older cat. Again, you got to think you're the baddest dude out there. When you walk into I left the gym today, and I went to a restaurant to get me some wings. And I walked in there. You got to have that masculine frame with you. When I walked through that door, I could just see eyes on me. Because I know I'm that dude. I just left the gym too, so I'm feeling really crisp.
Right.
Arms hugging the sleeves. I know you like it. So I see one woman as I walk in. She looked at me, and I didn't look at her, but I can see out the corner of my eye she was looking. So that's the kind of attitude you have to have when you go out. You got to walk like, dang, people looking at you like, who is this guy? You know what I'm saying? That's how I walk. I'm like, who is that guy walking like that with his shoulders up, head in the air, looking straight ahead? You got to have that demeanor, man.
Real talk, bro.
When you have that demeanor, women will notice you.
Exactly. It's all that energy, man. It's that energy, man. Dudes, I keep trying to tell cats, once dudes start to really hone in on it and understand it and see it, you understand, on a consistent basis, they'll see it soon. Some dudes, it takes them longer than others, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying?
Right, it's just continual practice. Again, you got to wake up in the morning thinking you that dude. You got to do whatever you do. You're that dude.
Exactly.
When I walk through the gym, I'm not the biggest dude in there, but hey, I put that work ethic in. But for my age and for my size, I'm pretty crisp, and I know it. And you have to know that.
Exactly. It's that confidence right there. That's what I'm talking about. So you guys gotta listen, man. You gotta understand, bro. You know what I mean? But yo, Kevin, I appreciate the call, man. You're always coming through with that real talk. You feel me?
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right, bro. I'm hollering at you, man. Peace.
All right.
That's some real talk. That's my dude, Kevin. He stayed with the game. I love it. I love it. Yo,
Mr. Locario.
what's going on?
What's going on, man? This Thornton Douglas out of Memphis, Tennessee. How you doing, bro?
I'm chilling. What's good with you?
Man, it's all good over here. Just another day, getting ready to head on and going for the grind, man. I see you over there trying to get the guys' mind right about this thing about looks, man. They still stuck on looks and status and money, man.
Right.
Look.
That's
the only
crazy.
thing that money really makes a difference on in your game is how you invest it in yourself,
Right.
not on the woman. Don't be spending money on no woman, okay? Because that's just a waste of time. And as far as looks go, man, women like men. If you're a man, I mean, the rest is pretty easy after that.
Right. Exactly. And the thing is, this guy, see, what guys gotta understand, every time they talk about looks and shit, you feel what I'm saying? They're just talking about how good looking their faces and all that. And the thing is, there's only so much you can do with your face. You understand? There's only so much you can do. So just accept the fact that, okay, you look how you look, enhance what you can enhance, and then, keep it pushing. And then you just gotta do what you gotta do. So a lot of guys, they waste a lot of time dwelling on things that are out of their control, and they don't spend enough time on doing things that are in their control. You see what I mean?
And what's crazy about that is they don't realize it's so much of the game that is in their control.
Exactly.
Like you can't control how your face looks. Whatever your face look like, that's it. You got to work with it. But that's cool. It's all about how you carry yourself, the kind of energy you got for yourself, how you view yourself. Because at the end of the day, too many guys are trying to they're trying to set their standards based on what women want, but women keep flaking up and down, so that should tell you that's not who you need to be basing your standards on.
Right, exactly.
You know, it's all good, you know, but no, because at the end of the day, I forgot who it was. Someone else had said, like, it probably was you though, but I remember it's like whenever a woman is feeling you, and you can tell, and it's easy to tell when a woman is feeling you, she instantly starts to take on some of your traits and characteristics. So if you got like a little goofy saying that you say, or it's like a look or something that you give from time to time, just pay attention. And if you catch the chick, like if you talking to her and she starts repeating that, like whatever your little clicks on, your little cliches are, that lets you know she's feeling you.
Right.
She's vibing off you. She's copying you.
Real talk.
Yeah, it's little things. You know, it's little things like that. Like, you know, and guys be, you know, so scared to just go forward with things. Or like, you know, of course, a lot of them be scared of rejection. I remember I inboxed this girl that I've been shooting shit with on Facebook, and I sent her one of those little animated memes that was, you know, was sexual in nature and shit.
Right.
And so she responds back with like some little emoji faces talking about, you really got to stop sending me shit like this. And any other dude probably would have been like, damn, she's trying to tell me to shut it down or slow down. And I just responded, and I was like, why? Because I got you laughing out of control when you're supposed to be doing work at your job.
Right.
Like, you just, you know, you can't.
Right, you just gotta go back and forth and do what you gotta do with it, man. See, you know, this is the thing, man. I really want guys to get to the point where they realize that all the stuff that I'm teaching is not that difficult. But see, the thing is, you know this and you learn this by getting in the game. You understand? And that's the problem. Is a lot of dudes that's not getting in the game, because just like we talking about with guys talking about, oh, it's all about looks and money and this and this and that. When guys start getting in the shit and really doing it and really interacting with women, they'll know off the bat that all of that shit is goofy shit, because they'll know, like, damn, well, I don't got that much money, but this girl's feeling me. You understand? I'm not like the best looking dude ever, but I got this girl and that girl trying to get with me. Like, how's that fucking happening? You see what I'm saying? So once they see it, they'll know what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like I said, see, it's that, you know, like how people, what they say, you have to get out of your own way.
Right.
And like you said, they looking for excuses. So in their mind, they're like, oh, I can't talk to her. She's got this and she's got that. What the hell? She doesn't have anything that anybody else couldn't get, fam. She don't have anything that anybody. There's nothing amazingly spectacular. Like, I've seen guys that be like, oh man, like, man, if a woman got more money than you, man, you know, they start treating you bad. And I'm like, no. That's because you guys start feeling some type of way about the fact that she got more money than you, and she feeding off of that shit. So she starts giving you back what you feeling on the inside.
Exactly. Real talk.
It don't matter if she got more than you, as long as you can hold your own.
And that's what I'm saying. A lot of these dudes, they keep thinking about shit based off of what they hear off the internet. They don't really see what's going on in real life. I'm like, bro, if you thinking because a girl got more money than you, she gonna treat you bad, that's internet shit. That's not like real life interacting with women type of shit. Because in real life, a lot of times when a woman got more money than you and she feeling you, she gonna break bread. You feel what I'm saying?
Man, and break bread heavy. Bro.
Exactly.
Break bread heavy.
Exactly.
Like, you be sitting there thinking, like, oh man, like man, I probably need like a quick $20, $30, $40. You know, next thing you know, she done broke you off with an Xbox One or something.
Right.
I just needed a couple of dollars to get this motherfucker.
Right.
Since you want to go all the way.
Exactly. Right. That's what I'm telling you. They do that.
Yeah.
I've had chicks back in the day fucking buy me clothes, buy me fucking equipment, give me some. Like, I'm like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? So,
man,
it's crazy.
If a woman see that you is about your thing, and she feeling you, the one thing a lot of guys don't realize, man, a chick will invest in you heavy.
Facts.
She will invest. and not just money, but definitely with money. She'll invest her time. She'll invest her emotion. She'll invest just her body. Like, as long as she see that you is about your thing and you're on your like you said, on your purpose. Because like I said, women, they want to be a part of that shit, man.
Right.
So like,
Real talk.
And to anybody listening, don't think that your purpose got to be some world changing shit. Now, I ain't saying you gotta go out here and eradicate all evil.
Right, right.
Like just some basic stuff. Like if you just want a particular job and you want to, have a particular house in a particular part of town or something, that's that's the purpose. That's the motivation. Get on it. Women
Real talk.
and stuff. Like, come on, man. Like, we got the dudes on YouTube that stream all those video games and stuff. Those cats got some of the baddest chicks, man. Like, I think you did a video where one dude, like, he played the video games, for a living, and like he had a hot girlfriend, and she was basically like, look, it's either me or the games, and he was like, bye, bitch.
Exactly right. Nah, real talk. Because that's what he do. You know what I'm saying? And that's why she's even fuck with him, because she's like, okay, he's on top of his shit. He's about what he's about. And that's the crazy part. Chicks will try to trick you and get you off your purpose sometimes. And that's the type of chicks you don't even need to be fucking with if they doing that in the first place anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's what it is, man.
You don't need no pause of that.
Real talk. But yo, brother, I appreciate the call, my dude. I got to get up out of here.
No problem.
In a second, man. Appreciate it, man. I'm hollering.
Keep doing your thing, and the rest of y'all out here listening, man, sign up to the Bad Boy membership.
That's what I'm telling them.
You guys are letting the game slip by, bro.
Exactly.
It's too easy to get it. It's one of the best investments you can make in yourself. Don't spend the money on that bitch, nigga. Give it to something to get you going.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate it, bro. I'm hollering at you, man.
No problem. Take it easy, bro.
All right, peace. Yeah, man, I'm telling you guys to make sure that you guys join the Bad Boy membership. I'm telling you, you guys are going to want to get on this membership, because the next joint I'm dropping is crazy, and there's all the other joints you get now. I got over like 60-something programs on there as we speak. It's probably up to like 70 now. I don't even know. But yeah, I got it. It's a lot of stuff on there. You understand? Yeah, Robert, I'm telling you, get up on that membership, bruh. Get up on that membership. Guys, go to badboymembership.com. We put it again in the chat room. That's badboymembership.com. You know what I think about RSD? RSD is tight, man. RSD is on point. Make sure you guys also get the Man the Fuck Up hoodies. Click the link below to get them. They got them in orange, red, green, purple, gray, black. So make sure you guys go get the Man the Fuck Up hoodies. Click that link below. You feel me? Also, make sure you guys get the book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Go to MrLocario.com. Go to, to get the ebook, audiobook, or the paperback, the hard copy. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So let me shout out to all the people up in the spot. Shout out my dude Chizzy City, Raymond Muhammad, Niner by Nature 88 was good, CJD, Elliot Morris, Tito Smiles, Asia Neo, Robert Tortaris, Jimmy Coles. Who else is up in here? Takeem Hilton, Jasmine Nika was popping. Big Stain was in the house. T. Williams is here. Andrew from Jersey. Who else was up in here? K. Zagan was in the building. Shout out to you, bro. JXN141. Shaquille Bostick. Keith Burton. Yao Don in the building. I Plan to Know 07. And who else is up in this here? Stack 44. E-Laser was good. Can I get 1,000 subscribers without any video? That's a hilarious fucking screen name. Selector Ja in the building. Shout out to you, bro. Audio Tune Drew. Man, the Greek Surgeon. So, yo, appreciate everybody up in here. Ellie Empire was in the building. Jimmy Coles. So, I will be back on, what's today? Wednesday, so Friday. Friday, I'm going to be back on here. So I will holler at you guys later. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.